Now, today in Cartoon Breaking News, the highlights of the day. Villainous has more new merch and more content, but I'll talk about a little bit of that on today Cartoon Breaking News. The second highlight, regular show is coming back, including the original voice actor Us Gibbs. We talk about that even more. And the third highlight of the day, forget about it, it's coming back strictly on YouTube. We talk about a little bit of that later on, explain what that show really is, and so much more in Cartoon Breaking News. Of course, this is the first time on my channel. My name is Rachel. I like to talk about animation, not just animation, do reviews, first impressions, cartoon theories, and sometimes, if I have some spare time, Cartoon Breaking News. Of course, you like how it's going, you like to help my channel, put like, comment, and subscribe. That's the only thing you need to do. If not, that cool. If not, if you do, thank you. Because of you, I'm getting close to my main goal of 2,000 subscribers. And yes, I am getting close every single day because of people who like, comment, and share. Thank you. I am completely grateful if you do. If you're not, that's cool. Now let's start with the first news of the day. Now our first segment of the day is from Toon Hive, posting something kind of odd. Basically, Cartoon Network shows, specifically Clarence regular show, Amazing World Gumball, We Bear Bears, Steven Universe, and also the hated reboots of 2016 of the Papa Girls and Ben 10 have been removed on Max. But you can find it on Hulu. In some apparent reason, and people are kind of scratching their heads, sort of kind of confused, like what's going on, but why? Like they just question after question, so lost. Why are they doing this? It's sort of obvious if you've seen what's going on with Warner Brothers Discovery. It's because they are very needy for cash, so I'm guessing they're taking down instead of renting their shows with all the different networks. I'm surprised they did not basically sold some of them from Netflix because it's a bigger platform, more people, and the reboot, not reboot, the continuation of basically regular show can actually help people go back to Max if the new season reappears. And I'll talk about the new season later on this channel. But besides that, that's sort of the answer if you're curious. This is just a sort of business sort of strategy because they are desperate for cash. There's nothing like wrong, they shutting down. It's sort of like Hanna-Barbera. They have the cartoons, but they renting it out left and right to get some spare cash. That's it. It's not really that complicated. Yes, I understand it is confusing, but it kind of makes sense in business service point of view that you need money. You gotta rent your shows to someone else, and the person who pulled out the cash was Hulu. So yeah, if you want to see them, go to Hulu. Now let's come to the next cartoon breaking news of the day. Now another one from Toon High posting on their Twitter slash X. Sadly, I have to say it's bad news. Basically, Ken Page, the voice actor of Oogie Boogie in The Nightmare Before Christmas, has sadly passed away of age 70. It doesn't say what he died from. Usually they don't. If you go to different articles, they say the same thing. They usually tell you later on. But for right now, he has passed away. And that's really sad because Kevin Page was sort of a very unique voice actor and specifically singer. He more usually falls into the singing category genre, but I think this is the only movie he played in because how unique his voice was. Let's face it, Oogie Boogie song was a slapper. I mean that Number Before Christmas was amazing, but Oogie Boogie just nails it. It was a really good song, thanks for Kevin Page and all the fans who love the movie and love his performance. Just saying, go rest in peace, your champion, your legend, and etc. Everybody just filled with love in the page, and hopefully he passed away peacefully. All of that. Let's continue the next cartoon breaking news of the day. Now, this news is from Eddie and the Villain Tubers. They sort of started asking questions that sort of happened in something specifically in Mexico, a sort of conference with all the fans get once again go ask with the creator Andy from Villainous and start answering some questions that he can't allow to answer And one of the things he says there will be some calendar release close to the end of the year. He wasn't really sure, but that's all he can say. And Chimichang is 80. He usually the head of the pack of the fandom, the one who always get the information. He was looking up if there's maybe a leakage or something or some clue, and he did find the clue. He find the images of the calendar of Villainous, and everybody just freaking out. Everybody saying, "Wow, this is super awesome!" But still, 80 clarifies he doesn't sure this is the confirmed images or this is a placeholder. But if it is a placeholder, it was a really good placeholder because it is pretty well made. Because the first one was basically a calendar of all the main characters saying calendar 2025. And just a normal calendar, each calendar day does show basically the person who could put that calendar. You have one for 505, Miss C, Dr. Flood, Dementia, the whole crew, even the side characters and some heroes like J-Lo, and etc. But I go deeper later on. I'll do a specific video, hopefully on Monday. I'm not sure. I probably did it, but this I record before the money thing, just to let you know. But basically, just that Eddie found this calendar, and this is sort of this kind of the official first or second merch of Villainous, because it's something you don't know. The Villainous fandom really want merch. The only thing we have is sort of the little toys in a bakery kind of prices. There were only a few handful. That's it. That's all we have in the calendar. So, yeah, this is a surprise. I go deeper in the special video of Villainous. I will do hopefully on Monday. I probably really did it. I said it before this recording. But other than that, how you feel about this? Do you enjoy? You're excited? Tell me down below. Let me know. Now let's talk about the next cartoon breaking news of the day. Now, our next news is from Spongy Updates. It's a very relatable cartoon news scooper specifically for cartoons, and he points out something very interesting. Supposedly, what he's typed on Twitter/X, Hero Inside, a CGI South Korea cartoon now streaming on Tubi and Roku in America. This show was acquired by Warner Brothers Discovery and from Cartoon Network. Yeah, it's one of those shows. Basically, it's sort of helped or used by Cartoon Network, but it's not really officially a Cartoon Network show. It's one of those they just helped out. But other than that, I do highly recommend it if you have a Roku or Tubi, because Hero Inside, it's actually really good. It's the best way to describe it. It's sort of, think of it Pokemon with superheroes. This kid who has comic books, who every time he reads a comic, a hero or a villain reappears. Now he had to collect all the comics from the other people who attempt to collect them and misuse them. And basically, that's whole the pitch. And season 1 has ended, but I'm also sure season 2 has started. It seems to me they have finished season 2. Now you can watch season 1 and season 2 in a Roku or a Tubi if you have it. And believe me, it is completely worth it. Hopefully, maybe in this year I can actually do a review of it. If I remember, part of it, the problem is I keep forgetting about Hero Inside. I'm always busy. It also kind of difficult to review a series that is not really officially streamed here in America. You have to sort of find a specific website or pirate it. But lucky for me, they finally bring it and can finally review it in here in the West onwards. But all that, you ever heard of Hero Inside? Did you like it? Tell me down below. Let me know. I got nothing else to say. Now let's talk about the next cartoon breaking news of the day. Now, this is basically sort of a update news from Tomb Hive, specifically if you're fans of Wolf New Gauntlet. It's basically a Artman's first kind of attempt of claymation, the best way to describe it, because while the Grumman was sort of a smash hit, sort of surprised with the company because supposedly very beginning was shorts. Over the years, it's just coming with another short, then the movies becoming a big thing. Now you're gonna have the full collection, or at least part of collection of Wallace and Gromit, because Tomb High is posting and reporting the Wallace and Gromit 4K HD Collection Edition will be re-released on December the 10th, including 4K and also audio recording of a Groundhog Day, the wrong trousers, the close shave, meet love and death. And lastly, this sort of a box collection. It sort of looked like a case with three DVDs, stickers, a book, and sort of more kind of with details of the whole characters. But I'm sort of surprised this was sort of made because usually they don't get off their shorts, and this was I think also just the part of the movies. But I remember this is just the shorts, or one of them is the movies and the shorts, because I remember the shorts were like 10 minutes long or something like that. It's a long time I have not seen the original shorts of what is in Grovert. But you can order them from Amazon if you want this. I mean, the collector edition looks pretty neat. I actually kind of want it, but I probably won't buy it because I know myself. But other than that, are you excited of this? And I think, once again, I think this is just part of the shorts, the audio version of it, and maybe one of the movies because they're missing like a one or two movies of this. This is, I guessing, the collection of the shorts, and that's it. Possibly it's got like hour and I think it's an hour and 2 minutes. No, let me double check. No, 2 hours and 11 minutes running. So yeah, you have a lot of time with it if you like Wallace and Gromit. I don't know you. It looks pretty great, but I probably won't pick it up myself. Are you gonna pick this up? Are you interested of this collection? Tell me down below. Let me know. Now let's talk about the next cartoon breaking news of the day. Now, another one from Tomb High posting on the Twitter slash X. Gidney Tartakarsis is sort of giving an update of his upcoming animated film called The Black Knight. For right now, we don't have much details. What is The Black Knight? It's sort of project that Gidney was working on. And it's exactly what the title says. It's about a Black Knight. But for right now, what he's quoting here on Tomb Hive saying, we have finished the script, is really great. It's something similar to As Fixed, but now we have to wait till Sony has a partner to actually make this film. And now quote, that's all it says. And a lot of fans are excited because it's a Black Knight. I think this is sort of a action movie, maybe a comedy, a little raunchy probably, but other than that, Giddy is actually pretty excited of this film. Sadly, we're still waiting for Fix to come on theaters, but you know the deal with that. Sony did not have a partner anymore. Supposedly, Fix, that movie, was partnered up with Warner Brothers, but they have cold feet and decide to not actually help them to release in films because Warner Brothers is running out of cash. For right now, Sony looked for another partner to release Fix. Now they're looking for another partner to actually make the film of The Black Knight. So maybe crossing fingers they find a good partner who actually want to invest it and finish and release the film, because usually right now Hollywood is in flames and everybody don't want to risk anything. So hopefully crossing fingers they found someone besides Netflix and Amazon. That's the only two. Maybe they want to do it, or Apple TV or Apple Plus. That's the only three streaming service will probably give up the money, but they won't put it in theaters. Except for Amazon and Apple Plus. That's the only best chance they have to release this in films or theaters. But other than that, I really have nothing else to say. Now let's talk about the next cartoon breaking news of the day. Now our next news is basically from Hollywood Handle, posting on the Twitter slash X saying Transformers 1 has crossed over 72 billion globally. This film has sort of their budget was 75 billion. They sort of kind of cross their earnings in a way, but you have to understand 75 million plus another 75 billion of basically just promoting. You talking about around 150 billion to actually earn their money or make some money. They have to around get 150 or 200 billion dollars to basically earn back all their money, so they decide to make a sequel. But understand this: the whole goal of Transformers never was making a successful film. The whole point of this is two things: grab new fans to actually love Transformers, and to sell the toys. The little kids who watch this, they'll buy two toys or sometimes more than one toy. So the whole point of it is the fact the toy sells. They just need to basically break even. They just need to sell the toys. And believe it or not, even this kind of a failure, they will actually fix this problem with the toys. So don't worry about it because Transformers always aiming of the toys. So yeah, this is not bad. This is fine. And no, I'm not being delusional. This is how business works. Just ask yourself, what's the whole point of this anime project? Is a new IP for the studio, or is for the toy, or is for the song, for the actor? Really ask that question, and the answer will be right in front of you. And this is the answer. It's about the toys. Transformers always been the toys. But other than that, how you felt about it? Do you watch the film? Because the film seems pretty good. I've not seen it, but a lot of people praise it. It is a good, probably the best Transformers film. But to be fair, that's not a easy. That's pretty easy to pass because all the Transformers films are been a little bit mediocre. Specifically, the Michael Bay films are pretty terrible. Except for one, Bumblebee. That's the only one that actually was a good film, but it wasn't actually created or directed by Michael Bay. Just it's sort of obvious. Remove the problem, you fix the issue. But all of that, let's talk about the next cartoon news of the day. Now, this highlight that you probably heard online or the cartoon community that nobody stopped talking about this. Basically, this article called Pop Viral, if I said it right, actually announced that Mark Hamill confirmed that regular show renewal, and also he would come back to play the Yeti Skips once again. And this is like a small little article that it was sort of a fan expo in Chicago. Then someone asked Mark Hamill what was his favorite character he played, and no one really expect him to say Skips from regular show. Even that, he stated in this sort of article that he wasn't sure this would be successful because giving too much vibes of Beavis and Butthead, and especially this sent for like me young children, this kind of will fail at least to him. And you know what? He was completely wrong because he was surprised how long this show lasted. A total of I think like 8 seasons or 7 seasons or something about that. That he glad he was wrong. He glad it was a successful series, and his favorite character was Skips the Playing. And yes, he did admit that regular show is coming back. But this announcement has been told a couple months ago on June that it was admitted, yes, a regular show is coming back. But we didn't know who is actually coming back. All the voice actors. At least right now, we know Skips, the AKA uh, uh, the original voice actor of the Joker, Mark Hamill, is coming back. On top of this, they also leaked will be 44 episodes be released at least of the first new renewal season. But we don't know that be split in half or that could be the whole season. But to be known, to be sure, my experience of doing this, they usually cut in half or maybe three pieces just to save some money. So wait for maybe 12 or 15 episodes. Each episode is obvious, be 10 minutes long, but out of that, you will have 44 episodes. Yes, it's sort of surprised that even people were so surprised Mark Hamill said yes, he will come back because it was a fairy part. Now, this whole article, that's it. That's all it says. Nothing really deep meaning. In fact, I was sort of surprised this article was legit because I never heard of this Pacific article, like this sort of website. I wasn't sure was legit, but Toon Hive and many others cartoon scoopers do point of this website. So yeah, it feels this is legit. But other that, are you excited? Are you want to see this? Are you glad Mark Hamill was wrong? This series was a banger. Tell me down below. Let me know. Now let's talk about the next cartoon breaking news of the day. Now, another one from Ashley Hollywood Handle will be three or four different things, but I gotta talk each one of them. The first one, that basically Wild Robot will probably pass Transformers about being 35 billion domestic, and the earnings or making this movie was 78 billion, but possibly will pass 50 billion. But B says this was a bigger success than Transformers 1. Possibly this film this crossed over 50 billion worldwide, getting near to 75 8 billion what they actually made. So basically, it kind of earned the money. But Transformers 1 second week actually only earned $9.3 billion domestic inside in America, in other words, and lost 62% of their revenue of the weekend. In other words, it dropped very badly. People think this is sort of kind of fair. It kind of is. I did explain that later on, but it did say Transformers 1 this crossover 72 billion globally. So it's still 50-50. It's still, you don't need to worry. The very end they make their money once again, but the toys. But according to Hollywood Handle, Transformers 1 ticket sales and are running about 140 billion or 178 billion globally. Yeah, it's pretty low. It's like the last date was had to basically earn around 150. It kind of would earn or break even around 140, 170 maybe. But don't forget, they also cut half of that earning to the theaters and to themselves. So yeah, we're talking about they earn about maybe 80 billion in total. But once more, they make it up with the toys. But other than that, I found that kind of very fascinating how everybody are a little disappointed that went down, but at the same time, it wasn't bad. I mean, once again, don't worry about Transformers 1, but it's something very interesting. Hollywood put this on their own Twitter slash X account saying this is Chris Miller's second highest best film of DreamWorks, next to How to Train Your Dragon and Wild Robot, because How to Train Your Dragon has 99% Rotten Tomato, while Robot have 98, and that is just sort of crazy. It's sort of hard to one up your masterpiece and you keep one upping it, or at least try to one up it, because it's really hard to actually do that. And also, the creator of the Wild Robot didn't mention, are you interested in making a sequel? He says yes, he is very interested to make a sequel because he wants to make it. On top of this, there are actually two more books based on Wild Robot. If you didn't know, it is based on the books. In fact, it's based on the first one, on the first movie. The other two, what I understand by the fans who read the books, saying the other two go even deeper, more intimate, a little bit more sadder, but more enlightened. This could be more profound films. Is Chris Sanders, the director of these films, wants to go in that direction. But on top of this, there is a fourth book possibly coming. We don't know if it's gonna be finished or be scrapped, but they are working on the fourth book. So yes, if they decide to make multiple sequels, you still have three more books to adapt to theaters. Just make sure bring the original director to rewrite it and make it a film, because Frank Sanders is the one who adapt the book from script to animated movie. You have to understand this is very important. Usually directors don't rewrite the books or anything, they just given a script and they go that vision how they see it. Chris Sanders is the one who adapted to the book to script the film. There are very few directors actually does that. This is the reason why it's so successful because he had a handle of the very beginning when they give him the book to actually translate to script to animated film. So this is very important that he wants to make the film. If he does, we probably have another masterpiece or close to being a masterpiece because of the director, how he sees the vision. That hopefully crossing fingers that DreamWorks wants to make it because it's sort of hard to make it if you don't have the original director who actually make the film a masterpiece. Be known, I have not yet seen the film, but I heard praises after praises online saying watch this film. It's completely worth it. It also earned around 45 billion, but possibly will cross to 50 billion of the weekend. So yes, possibly the very beginning they saw 30 million, it passed expectation. So this is a success. Just remind you, this only cost 78 billion. It just earned around 45, I remember right. But that's still good. I mean, they only have half of the money. It's the second weekend. They calm down. They get like 75 or 60% of the profits. So they have to have at least a concept around 40 to 45 decent or higher to get more money so they can make profit. So make a sequel. So yes, this seems promising. Hopefully a good word of mouth kind of convince more families to watch this film because it is a really good banger. This is good news. Now, I have one question: are you excited if they make this a film, or you have to watch? You have watched the film? Tell me down below. Let me know. Now let's talk about the next cartoon breaking news of the day. Now, another news you probably heard of in the cartoon community, also in my community tab that I post, putting out that Too High was reporting that basically Boomerang streaming service has shut down. That was sort of made back in 2017 and ended 2024 this year. And that's sort of disappointing because a lot of people had a mixed emotions. Oh, my childhood, now it's over. Now you can watch the original old series, Go Recipes, My Homie, and etc. The memes goes on, but everybody legit is sort of kind of sad. But the reason why they shut down this is because, according to I can say the name. I'm so sorry. Reclo Capital actually points out that all the Boomerang shows now you can find them on Max. That just basically shut down Boomerang because it don't really have a point having two different streaming services doing the same thing, and that's the reason. And that's kind of truth. But be fair, Boomerang was a flawed idea. It was a good idea at the very beginning, just make a streaming service, just focus on cartoons. But the only problem is, it was sort of mishandled. In fact, the content community was sort of glad, but pointing out the same flaws. What I'm saying is the fact, why just Hanna-Barbera? How about all the catalog of Warner Bros? Like, that's sort of strange. They did have one or two different cartoons, but it's just sort of very weird. But they only did this, it's just for a few group of people who want to see old cartoons, or people who don't want like violent cartoons, just simple, wholesome family cartoons. You have Boomerang. Now they have Max, so they decide to get rid of that one and just put it on Max. Once again, it is a good idea just watching on Max, it just makes more sense. But it also, Max is sort of pointless because you have HBO, because HBO and Max own about the same company. For some reason, Warner Brothers has to have having too many streaming services for they're different for their different IP, but not collected as one streaming service. It's just weird. It'll spend a lot of weird money. Like, it's something I never understood. Okay, I get it because they don't want to dilute the brand of HBO and that's the reason why they made Max. But the only problem is they are kind of doing the show because they keep promoting the same show to different streaming service, and it's on the same company. It's just so weird. But yet, yeah, I kind of get it. But other than that, are you sad or glad they remove a boring streaming service? You think it was a good idea? Just sort of wasted potential because of mishandling? Tell me the below. Let me know. Now let's talk about the next cartoon news of the day. Now, this is from all the old fans of Hanna-Barbera, specific the hardcore ones, or people who was raised of the reruns of Cartoon Network of Hanna-Barbera, because Record Capital is posting Hanna-Barbera will release Wait Till Your Father Comes Home. A show was made back in 1972 and in 1974, the complete anime series with Warner Brothers animated studio releasing on the 26th of November. But this will be on Blu-ray. Because I say that specifically on Blu-ray is because they have been released the complete animated series on DVD. And this is, I think, the first time they release on Blu-ray. I'm not 100% sure on that. But you still kind of confused what this show really is. It was kind of popular. I think it had about 2 seasons, and the third one never released till no, it was released all 3 seasons, but only 2 of them were DVD. The third one never was released on DVD till the complete set. This kind of complete set. But other than that, what is it about? It's a basically normal sitcom about this father who currently he would never get the respect or the sort of dread being the head of household, the one who paid all the bills, the one who had to talk to all his kids, his wife, basically like Fred Flintstones, or better yet, this is more kind of people kind of compare it sort of Archie Bunker or the family kind of sitcom, but not kind of that racial tension, kind of sort of racial tension, but this is a family show. They avoid that, but you get the idea. But it's sort of episodic, in other words. Whatever problem happened to that episode, they just forget about it, go to the next adventure. But all of that is a really fun, decent, classic kind of sitcom. Nothing really unique, but it's something about it. It just sort of very cozy, in other words. It's not sort of kind of like it's nothing like unique because it's how cozy it kind of relatable. Some of the things they say, even that is really outdated, you do have a charm to it. In fact, I'm surprised they never decided to reboot this series because this series has a lot of potential. It, like once again, I say it's sort of All in the Family, the Archie Bunker show, that has that sort of kind of unique take. You feel because this sort of a family type of show that never really make it the best show. They're always sort of restricted. Nowadays they can. You feel that potential is there. Just hopefully maybe Warner Brothers want to remake it because it has a lot of potential to be even better. I mean, maybe not moralize it, more like make it in that time period with those type of problems. Think of it sort of as a family if they took that approach, if they decide to reboot series. This has so much potential. I do recommend it watch 1 or 2 episodes online if you can find them. But it's something that if you're a fan like me, you probably will buy it because you like the show. It's not perfect, but you enjoy the coziness, in other words. It's just sort of very traditional sitcom. And that's all I can really say. I don't know about you, how you felt about this. Do you like your show? You never heard of it? Tell me below. Let me know. Now let's talk about the next cartoon breaking news of the day. Now this is sort of a update from Pieces of Potter. That person, yes, they're successful. They actually earn quite an amount of money. They earn about $20,000, but this $20,000 does complete the first season. But this first season will be a total of 9 episodes, and for now they aren't development. But they also now have merch because thanks to the successful Kickstarter, stickers, keychains, buttons. And also, the DVD is coming soon when they finished all 9 episodes with commentary plus uh, board-to-board images of the original anime series and how they boarded it, and also explaining how everything was sort of made of this successful Kickstarter. And that's sort of all the update of Piece of the Putter for right now. They don't know when it's gonna come out. This takes time. This probably be done maybe 2026 is the earliest. That's saying a lot because we don't know how big the team they already have. And I assure you, they don't have. For 20,000, you need a small team. So I'm guessing maybe 2 people, 3. The rest of them are just voice actors. But other than that, yeah, hoping this comes out great. Hoping the next episode will be a banger. Just be patient and excited for the first episode. More updates when the episode coming on will be hopefully soon, not super early. Super early. Just to remind you, this probably will come out maybe in 2026, in the earliest maybe, but probably between 2026 2027. Once more, just be patient. Other than that, let's talk about the next cartoon breaking news of the day. Now, our next news is from Kazuka posting the new poster of Caesar 7 or Assassin 7, depends where you are in the world because the name sort of changes. But this is a poster of Season 5. And this is Luke Hyde, will come out on October the 2nd on China. But it will be released on Netflix later on. We don't know half the date. But to be fair, this is worth your time in waiting. The only problem is it's taking so long that I kind of forgot some of the things on Caesar 7 because honestly, it takes so long. You just need to rewatch the whole series to really get what's going on. But some of you don't know or have never given it a chance. What is this series? Caesar 7 or Assassin 7 is basically about this guy who lost his memories. That Seven sort of led in this island, and he sort of realized, oh, I need a job, and I don't know what to do. He became a sort of a hair salonist, even though he's not good at it. But he decided to become a sort of assassin part time. But every time he tried to assassinate someone, he realized he's not good at it. He kind of sucks at it. And you think that's sort of the comedy, but little by little, he realized who he's talking about the island. And the people who live on the island are basically very famous masters of Pacific sort of martial art. But everyone is sort of running away from the past, like Seven. But one realizing he doesn't know why he left. The fact he lost his memories walking up the island, and now little by little he realizing why he ran away, why he had to come back, why he had to now defeat the evil people he used to work with and protect his newfound family. And that's basically it, and all the drama and comedy goes with it. It's a very fun, stupid show. I mean, it is dumb. You have moments that is completely hilarious, especially season 1. Season 1, the jokes just land again and again. All jokes is just slap really hard. But other than that, I highly recommend it. Just be hyped and wait for Caesar 7 or Caesar 7 come out on Netflix. Hopefully next year because it takes a couple months to be re-released and redubbed and subtitled to actually release on Netflix. So hopefully at first early 2025. Cross your fingers at the earliest. But other than that, that's all I can say of this. Now let's talk about the next breaking cartoon news of the day. Now, this news I'm about to talk about that you may heard of, but they just regurgitating a few things from Cartoon Empire, posting on their Twitter/X saying Hailey's on it was seemingly canceled after 1 season, left it on a cliffhanger, had the shutters run and any Toon Disney in this decade, and also removed from Disney Plus and left in Disney Now per for right now, not yet removed later on. It seems to me that Disney want to wipe the show existence of Disney Channel. And you know what? I don't blame them. It's kind of true. And some of the fans kind of do agree. Also compare like Money McGee and Ghost and Money McGee in other words, or different shows like Mucky Go Force and all the different shows they keep referencing here. But it feels they just kind of bitter. And you know what? It deserved to be bitter because this show was okay. It has its issues, but it just was almost demolished by Disney. Even that it wasn't insulting, it wasn't horrific, it was okay. But it just sort of surprised me how Disney almost was ashamed of this show. And that's sort of kind of shocking because the show wasn't terrible. It wasn't well written, but it wasn't terrible. It wasn't awful. And something deserved this sort of treatment. And you feel Cartoon Empire in making that point. It doesn't really deserve that treatment being removed, being basically harassed. And it's true. But that you still find it a completely different website because there have people find them on like online. And I don't mean like on parody website. I mean they have it on a completely different websites you can find from. But it just feels just a little harsh. Yeah, I do agree. I don't know. You feel they kind of kind of went too far in other words. You feel they was too harsh in other words. Like it's okay if they cancel it. It's about to happen. Every show does get canceled, but not the level like Hailey's on it. It's almost like disrespectful. Even that they have primos that had a very almost very questionable intro that assaulted all Latino community, and you think of they could have removed it, delete it, erase it, clear their image, but no, they just left it on and just deal with the harassment. And Hades on it had nothing offended. It just wasn't. It was an okay show, and they have this probably harassment. It's just sort of strange. In other words, yeah, it's kind of strange. But other than how you felt about this, tell me down below. Let me know. Now let's talk about the next cartoon news of the day. In other words. And this is from Toon Hive that sort of surprised me that Forget About It is coming back, specifically showing a short of one of the characters reacting to all the comments and questions flipping off the camera. But this is stating Forget About It, it is coming back, specifically on YouTube. Now, if you don't know what Forget About It is sort of I think people kind of compare it to Family Guy Canadian words. Think of it as sort of a Canadian flavor of Family Guy, but being Italian, and they're all about this Italian family who actually kind of hiding off the mob because they snitched off the mob. Now the government or Canadian government is protecting them and giving different names and living in Canada, and they have sort of shenanigans and trying to survive modern life style being sort of gangsters. And that's basically it. It's a really fun, really out there, kind of adult comedy. Once again, it's very similar to Family Guy, but they go completely different directions. Have some ideas, but it's sort of a normal adult show. Nothing really that special, but yet it give you an impression and it feels has so much potential. Hopefully this new run kind of improve some of the jokes, some of the storylines. But be fair, I have never really seen the full episodes. I've seen clips. Like it has a lot of potential on the clips, but I heard it's sort of okay. But who knows? This could be one up itself being better than the mainstream one because this was supposed to be mainstream Canadian version of Family Guy, but it kind of failed. They coming back. Hopefully, the online sort of show make it better, maybe because the restrictions does screw you over, especially what type of comedy they attempt to do. But who knows? This could be a great, could be bad. Depends on you if you like. Forget about it. Tell me down below how you feel about it. Now let's talk about the next cartoon breaking news of the day. Now to end this segment, I'm probably talk about something very fun. This is from Twitter from X from Toon Hive posting the first two seasons of Legend of Este Machina season 1 and season 2 will be available on YouTube for free of the channel of basically not Paramount, Amazon channel nowadays. Yeah, all 2 seasons is there. It's just almost incredible they decide to drop both seasons. The only time they do this is sort of desperation to get more people, even that is the season is sort of successful. I guess Amazon just like, no, the show's successful. Let get more fans. Let drop the first 2 seasons to tempt them to go back to get watch season 3, season 4, yeah, coming up soon, and also the spin-off series of Legend of Estes Machina. Yes, they are making a spin-off series. For right now, we don't know what this spin-off series is, but this is now a thing apparently, because usually people will do this if they're desperate to get more viewership on their channel or their not channel from their streaming service. And I'm surprised that Amazon decided, no, we just want people to watch more our stuff or more our fans, because the show is not a failure. It's a success. Well, especially is this actually based on a kind of group of people of making a D&D gaming. Yeah, this is sort of a D&D live action game they play, and all of them are professional voice actors. So it's like a smash hit because of that. On top of all this, they just raise funds to make this series a thing because they have a huge fan base. This is part of the 2 reasons was successful. Now they just waiting for season 3 and season 4 to be released and the spin-off series. But I don't know you, it's just sort of kind of crazy they decided to do it. But other than that, have you seen the first seasons on YouTube or not? Tell me down below, let me know. I got nothing else to say, just thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.